Good morning, evening, night, day, whenever you're watching this. We are back
Hi.
for another episode. I know they've been sporadic, but we're back.
Yes.
Get back into the swing of things a little bit.
We knew the holidays were going to be a little crazy.
We knew it was going to be a little challenging, but we're managing. I'm happy with what we've been able to put out, regardless of.
I just realized I can take this off.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice mug you've got. What is it? Swig. Swig.
The manager at work got it for well, I knew what it was because the other girls opened up their present, but you know how I am about Christmas. I like to open Christmas things on Christmas.
Yeah.
Not before, so.
Excuse me. I'm a little under the weather right now. My entire family's sick.
Not me, not the immediate family.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was me.
Little Ryan got it. I've got it. The rest of my family has it, but somehow you're good so far.
That's because I had mine like the week before or after the. This isn't working the way I thought it would.
It's all good.
Yeah, I think I had mine before, but it was very different because I had strep, and you guys don't have sore throat, so. But so far, so good.
Yeah, all I had was so far. All I've had is like one night I was like full body aches, and then now I'm just a little congested. That's it.
The baby was sick for Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So, but he's doing a lot better. He had like fever. He was 102.6 or 8. I forget.
Yeah, he was up there a little bit.
He was.
I never got a fever, so I don't know. Weird.
Anyway.
Everybody's different.
Anyway.
Anyways, so.
Enough about that little goober.
What is up? What's going on in our lives?
New Year's is coming up. The last holiday in this stretch.
Yep. One more day after today of 2023.
Yeah. What is it? The 30th today.
30th today.
I thought it was
the time
the
of recording.
29th.
Yep.
Yeah.
So somebody's trying to like break into our room.
Kimber.
And by somebody, I mean the dog.
She loves her mommy. She can't help it.
Excuse me. But yeah, Christmas is over already. It's kind of weird. We're still, we went around, looked at Christmas lights.
Yeah.
One last time last night.
There was a lot of people that have them down, and I'm like, oh, they took them down. But then I remembered, oh wait, so did I.
So did we? Well, mostly you. You're
mostly yeah.
You're guilty of that. The second Christmas is over, Pam's like, rip it all down. Like the night we got home on Christmas night, she was like, I'm taking all this down. I'm like, why?
You're like, leave it on for just one more night.
It's still Christmas.
I'm like, okay. And then you had work the next day. I'm like, pfft.
Yeah, I knew. Oh, I knew. I was like,
Goodbye.
This is the last time I'm seeing all these lights.
Yeah.
When I left for work in the morning.
He like took a last little like turn and bye guys till next year.
Till next year.
And then I get disappointed when people don't have like the blow up Grinch because the baby really likes the Grinch. I'm like,
yeah,
please.
Yeah, but we went in town. There's a Christmas light display on a particular street. Like the entire street sets up lights. Like the neighbors, like lights go into each other's lights.
They're intertwined.
Like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's
Very
hard to
cohesive.
explain without seeing it. But
and each year it seems to get like longer, so it's like this U-shaped, and it starts like really heavy on one side, and it like slowly.
Yeah, one end of the street is like legit, like insane, and then it's like, it gets less intense as you
go.
But
each year it like gets a little longer, like with the intensity is more.
But anyway, one of the houses had this like massive blow up Santa. It was like the biggest one I've ever seen. It was probably 15 feet tall or 20 feet.
I don't know. It was bigger than our 10-foot one that was in the back of your truck.
It was huge. And it was probably as tall as the one in my truck, but sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But somebody in our local Facebook group, the owners of that house and all that display posted that somebody stole that big Santa from them.
And
I don't know how they pulled that off. It would be so obvious.
And they knew exactly like between the hours, sort of.
Yeah.
They were like at 12:30 on this day.
Because this particular house is on the corner of like a really main route and like the street that decorates. So like how somebody pulled off robbing that thing is pretty impressive, but kind of sad at the same time.
It's like really lit up though,
yeah,
too. And then
right.
I would be scared. Not that I would ever try to steal someone else's thing, but what if we're like, hey, let's unplug this, and then all of a sudden the whole street goes.
Oh, right, right. It cuts off everything. Yeah, but
that was sad. I mean,
so unfortunately,
and so they did like a no questions asked. We just want the Santa Claus back.
Yeah, it never showed up though.
Oh, it didn't?
No, it never showed up. But, like people in the community in the town raised some money and bought him a new Santa blow up thing.
Yeah.
It was there when we went the other night.
Yeah, we went
it's
to
not
go
the
like
same
check it
big
out.
one, but they gave him some local
it's
people
like
gave him a new one.
Santa with a reindeer and they're like cheers and cups, and it has some like motion to it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was kind of disappointing.
They had
people
that too, like near my dad's house, where there was this little wooden snowman. Mm-hmm. And it might have had a sign. I feel like it said something like maybe let it snow or something, not necessarily like Christmas. And somebody took it from, it was like just some decorative thing up against the mailbox, like pole.
Yeah.
And they were like, no questions asked. We just want our snowman back. It's like a family thing. And
yeah,
never seen it again. So who knows? Maybe somebody, I mean, I'm hoping somebody brought it back and then they just are like, well, we're not putting it on the edge of the street again. But the likelihood, unfortunately, is if you're going to take it, you're probably not going to go back.
Right.
And give it, you know, or you wouldn't have taken it in the first place. Unless it was like a joke among friends or something. But.
Yeah.
And then earlier this year, we had like the public service announcement that you have to lock your car. So, I mean, I know typically people lock their cars anyway, but they're like, lock your cars because people are breaking into cars and stealing stuff that's in your car, but not your car. Yeah. And they had that going around, and Ryan and I were driving one day and they had a drug sniffing dog. Oh, was it just me? I think it was just me. I was coming back and I was like, they have like a dog and police. And then like when you go to drive by, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, trying to drive home. They're like, you live around here? I'm like, I got my license right here, bud.
You want to see my ID?
I had to prove that I was okay to be in that area, I guess. Yeah. But I heard that it was because a car was getting broken into, and so they called and wanted the dog to like sniff out whoever was doing these break-ins. So lately our town has been a little interesting.
Been eventful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then we had that new water.
So so recently on our street we had like a
lot
we
of
didn't
road
have
work done.
we didn't have we had a ton of road work done, but we didn't have town water here. Everybody just ran off wells. So basically all year they've been putting in a brand new water system, repaved the whole road. They finished it probably a month or two ago.
It was in October before the baby's birthday.
Yeah, they totally finished it. But
you did have the option. This was a couple years ago where they sent you out the mail and they're like, you can tap into this water source for free for this one time while we're doing the work.
Right.
Or you might have to be required. They may require you, I guess, to sell the house to tap into this water supply, which I don't know if that really makes sense, because if you have a well and you have a water, and you have water supply, then I don't.
What difference does it make? Yeah.
Like the dwelling is still, what did they call it? Like a dwelling has to have certain things to consider.
You have to get an occupancy permit.
Yeah.
In order to get that, you have to have certain things, and water being one of them.
Water, one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But so we ended up not opting in because we're like, why would we pay for water? Like, we don't have any intentions of selling the house, even if that claim was true anytime soon. So it's like, why would we pay for water when we have a perfectly good well? The
well that we have is like one of the deep artesian ones. Because I know that we've had issue, at least up here in this neck of the woods, the past, not this year at all, but like the past couple of years, there was a lot of drought talk and people's wells were drying up, and we were very fortunate, and we never had issue with that. And so when we looked into it, we found out that we had one of those really good deep wells. So
pumps plenty of gallonage a minute, so it's good.
We're worried about contaminants in the water or whatever if you had a well, but our well, we had to have it tested before. The only thing that we have is slightly elevated iron,
which is fine,
which is like, I don't know, the
you need
state
iron
of
to
New
live
Hampshire.
Anyway. Right. Anyway, what we were getting at is last night when we were driving, the
We were all there, by the way, for this one.
yeah, all three of us. We the road was shut down because they had a water main break. So the entire street didn't have water. Brand new system, millions of dollars the town spent on this thing. And it's not been nearly cold enough to have water main breaks up in New England here. They're fairly common when it gets really cold, like below zero and stuff. But it hasn't been anywhere near cold enough to have a water main break because of the cold.
It won't even snow.
So it had to have been something else. But again, this great water system that was supposed to be amazing for the community already is broken within a month. So
maybe not within a month. I think it's like closer to 3 months, maybe shy of 3 months. October, let's see, December, November.
Yeah, a month
and then
was an
partially
exaggeration.
of
It's been
October. So it's
at
been like
most
2.5 maybe
yeah.
months. And then, you know.
But anyway, it just
Some
made me
of our
feel good. I was like, ha ha, we didn't tap
also-
in,
yeah.
suckers.
Some of our friends that also did not tap in is kind of like, yeah,
Yeah.
we know it.
I just didn't.
Whatnot.
For me, it was just strictly financial. I didn't see a point of it. Like, why would we pay for water when we don't have to?
Yeah,
It
they
just
said
doesn't
that
make
there
sense to
was
me.
some kind of valve or so that you could decide whether you were going to tap in or
Yeah,
use
but-
your well, but I don't know how that really
Right.
plays
Then
out
then
or
all of a
works.
sudden they're hitting you with like a minimum demand charge. Like, oh, you didn't use any water, but
Maintenance
we got to pay for
fees
that.
and-
Exactly.
It's just like your electricity. Have you ever seen your itemized electricity bill?
Yeah.
They have it's like at least 12 different things
Service
that they kind of hit
fee,
you with.
administrative fee, like
Yeah. Billing fee.
right, billing fee. we want an extra bonus in our paycheck fee.
Yeah. Maintenance.
Yeah. No.
Going out to check your gauge when it was raining fee.
Right.
When it's sunny fee.
Like if
Anyway.
like it's one thing if you truly need it. I mean, then
Your water's bad.
and your water's
or-
bad. Then that's a different issue. But like,
or the drought affects it.
I don't want to be subject to any like hidden fees or when I don't need it. I don't need the water. So,
But it's a matter of if it's not broke, don't fix it.
exactly.
Type thing.
And worst
'Cause
case
as we
scenario,
know-
if we do need it someday, we can just have them run away
Yeah,
and put
so
it in.
they do have it like there's a little what is it?
We have a valve at the
A
end of our
valve.
driveway.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
literally it like sticks out of the ground.
Sticks out of the lawn. They destroyed half my
So we can-
corner of my
We
lawn.
can see
I was
it.
so mad.
And the driveway, they actually repaved a part of our driveway because they kind of broke it a little bit. Like literally the pieces were all like broken up.
They straightened it out pretty much. I
Yeah.
didn't have to complain or anything. I mean, it was fine.
I think they
I was a little frustrated though.
Yeah. You
But-
were pretty frustrated because at first when they put the valve in, they told us that it was going to be like flush to the ground so the lawnmowers and things would be able to go over it.
Yeah, it was
And
sticking out
so
like 6
then
inches.
It was literally like this far above the ground.
Yeah.
And I ended up going down.
and they tore
to
up
town
like all the
hall.
lawn around it too, really bad.
Yeah. Like it wasn't even just like a little area. It was like bigger than this table. It was
Yeah.
like they got a little aggressive with it, which they probably just used big machines to try to make it go by a bit faster. But
And it's like, I didn't even tap into this for this reason. And I was like, I
And-
didn't complain. She
and
did.
We wanted to. I didn't.
You didn't complain. You just
I
went-
went to the town hall and I said, "Hey," and I was honey. I was like, "Hey, I think you guys, and I know you guys are getting a lot of complaints. You guys are like doing a great job. My son loved going and watching like out the window, saw the big trucks and stuff. So I try to like keep it really positive. I'm like, I'm just wondering, and if you could give me some information because if my husband comes down here, he's not going to be so pleasant."
No, I'm
He
not a
would've been
complainer.
fine.
I wouldn't have gone down there. I don't like to complain because I think that
He
like
complains behind closed doors.
yeah, I don't complain like in person. Okay, so when you're eating at like a restaurant, I find it super cringe when people complain because it's like once you complain and you're like a jerk, who's to say like they don't bring it back and like spit in it or they could easily get back at you without you knowing.
But that's you worried about you. Where when I don't do it because I don't want to hurt other people's feelings and I
Right.
don't want like them
That-
to be like
And that too, like they're just trying to do their job.
it's not like you going downtown and
Right.
like yapping at that guy. He's gonna be like, "Well, you don't like it when I dig up your yard? Well, I'm just gonna go over there." I mean, he's just
Right.
a middleman in all
Right.
of the mess anyway. Usually the person that you complain to has literally nothing to do with whatever
Exactly.
the issue is.
Exactly.
Most of the time. Not always, but
Actually, that
like for big projects like that, yes.
that happened last night when we went to GameStop because I went to pick up the new Call of Duty game. We went to Walmart first. Walmart didn't have it, so then we swung over to GameStop, and I got the game or whatever, and he's like, I was going to put my card in the machine. He's like, it's store policy. Could I please just see your ID real quick? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And I showed him because you have to be 17 to buy the game. And I was like, I just turned 18 last week. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. I'm like, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But he's like, you wouldn't believe like how many people get so bent out of shape when I have to ask that question. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I'm sure they do.
Even if they're over.
But it literally took me 3 seconds to show him my ID. And I don't even think he really looked at, well, he obviously didn't look at it because when I said, oh, I just turned 18 the other day, he was like, oh, wow, cool. And like, he would have seen that I'm 28.
Yeah. Well, I think because they have those little like color guides around the pictures now. So if you don't have that color, then he doesn't have to do the math in his head to know. He just knows that you're over whatever because you don't have those color guides.
But still, people, and like I'm guilty of this too. People get so like bent out of shape over the stupidest little things.
Like
I'm like
minor,
very guilty of that for a lot of things. Not something like showing my ID, but like I'm not a hypocrite here. I'm guilty of it too. But we all get frustrated with stupid things that don't matter.
I remember going to the grocery store when I was young, and my mom would pay with a check. And then they would say, oh, if you pay with a check, then we have to, get your ID. And they write like a number or whatever. And she would get so mad. She'd be like, this is a total invasion of my privacy. But she would go there purposely with her check, knowing
they're going to ask that.
You knew because we like, she's like, and if they ask me for my ID, you knew that before we even walked in. And the bank is like basically across the street over in Raymond, right? Why don't we just go to the ATM real quick or like the tellers that? And I would feel so bad. And I like after we were walking away, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'd like mouth, I'm sorry.
Why do they need your ID for a check?
I don't know. They used to ask my mom paying that all the time.
I remember my mom paying like with a check at Walmart or a grocery store. That's such an old like thing now.
I know, checkbooks.
That's crazy. Yeah, I remember those days though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they'd write down the number just in case it was a faulty check. Then they could
the check identify
bounces, like
they know who you are.
Not necessarily bounce, but if they say it's a faulty check, like that wasn't my check, then they know who the person was that actually did it. So it's for your own protection. But if you don't want to deal with it,
yeah, how did that work back in the day? Like you're just buying groceries and like, how would if your check bounces, like you could easily just write a bounce check at the grocery store. They wouldn't know. So like days after you leave.
Yeah.
Like how do they catch up with you? They probably just have to, write it off.
That's why they like ATMs now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Or your account for your bank is
in the negative.
In negatives and then.
Yeah, so the bank would cover it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird. I don't know.
And then you write a check for like your electricity and it just goes out because I don't know.
I actually shared, speaking of checks, I shared the other day on I think I shared it on Facebook. Like it was where is it? Let me find it. Here it is. It was when a millennial writes a check for an old school car and and it says pay to the order of 1987 box Chevy and then for like the amount, like how you have to write out the full amount, like it says 4 bands 300 and 00 out of 100. It's so funny.
So when I write a check, hilarious. I'll write out the money.
So it was 4,300.
Like whatever is the change, I'll put 100, and then I'll put like whatever the amount is.
Yeah.
Because I got big write-in.
And it's hilarious. Like pay to the order of like not the owner of the vehicle's name.
Oh yeah.
They put the vehicle like what the vehicle is.
What your order was.
And then 4 bands 300 and 00 out of 100. That's hilarious. I thought that was good. I'm sure a lot of kids these days don't know how to write a check.
No, they should probably do that and
teach that in school. Although
actually,
they're not really needed anymore.
No,
paperless
like
billing and like credit cards and debit cards.
Soon enough, it's just gonna be like your fingerprint everywhere.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's like that at
Meow.
it's like that at Whole Foods. You can like link your like fingerprint to checkout.
Yeah, see, so eventually it's going to be all
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Which actually in a weird way makes a lot more sense other than until like the robbers or the bad guys figure out how to like get
Fake your fingerprint. Yeah.
Like Minority Report when they like took the guy's eye. I was like to open up the door.
Yeah, that probably would be the most secure way for transactions.
Until people
Fingerprint.
starts like stealing each other's like fingers.
Right, cutting off a finger. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool.
It's weird. It's like, is that what like baby Ryan's gonna deal with?
Probably.
Will BL actually even
Actually,
have, like...
the future is probably going to be like you just fill up your cart and walk out, and then it knows who you are, and it knows like.
It's gonna. Oh yeah, that chip that we put in the back of his neck at the hospital.
Yeah. I don't know how they would do it, but I'm sure with some sort of AI or something, they'll be able to just.
So he's gonna just bypass that whole finger thing.
Yeah, you won't even need the finger thing. You won't need a checkout counter, nothing. You just fill up your cart and walk out.
They have it in certain places too. Like I think tannin salons. Or last time
really?
I've gone to a tannin salon. Yeah, remember we had to do when we went on the cruise with Dad.
Fingerprint, yeah.
You like did the little finger scan thing. I feel like they start them off places and they're like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh crap.
So sorry about that, guys. Apparently the camera can actually overheat.
Yeah, our camera was like, nope, not today. I'm too hot.
It just kind of. It's because of the weather. I mean,
It just shut off on us.
it's in the 40s and it's December, almost January.
Yep.
Don't have any snow. I'm pretty actually disappointed because we've had rain in this mucky, cloudy weather forever. I'm probably feeling a little down, to be honest. We had to like go out and play outside still, even though it's like wet and rainy, just so I can get whatever vitamin D could possibly like fulfill me this morning. But apparently it's either the weather and the camera's also feeling a little down, or maybe we have spirits in here. I don't know.
I hope not. By the way, I want to say something real quick about and thank our channel members. We have a lot of channel members so far already.
Hi guys.
And by that I mean just Lonnie. Shed Flips.
Leonard.
Thank you for being a channel member.
Leonard.
But basically what channel membership does is it just supports the channel. What do you get out of being a channel member? Not much. It's like it's like $2 a month or something, and you get like a little cloud next to your name when you comment, and we'll also put your name on the screen in each podcast.
I didn't know we were
as long as you're a member. So yeah.
Surprise to me.
If you're interested in doing that, it is linked down below in the description, or I think there might be a button down below as well that says join. I'm not sure, but it's in one of those two spaces if you're interested. And we appreciate anybody that wants to. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Give $2 to yourself.
Oh no, I'm sure there's fees and things, so you don't get $2.
Yeah, Google does take a cut. Yeah.
Yeah. See, everywhere, everyone's taking. Get that itemized list, booze. Itemize.
Yep.
Ugh. So anyway.
But anyway, yeah. So the New Year's coming.
New Year's, I'm pretty excited about because I am one of those people that really actually like challenging myself and giving myself goals and other things to look forward to, and just I don't know. I feel like it's a good motivator / like what is that called? Like confidence booster when you can actually achieve those things. So Ryan and I were doing the 100
push-up
challenge this month.
Today is December 30th, so we'll hit 3,000 push-ups today.
And we've been doing it, which is awesome. And there has been a few days where we just haven't made it, but we always like catch up.
Catch up the next day.
Like the next day. And
yep.
Ryan over here, even when he wasn't feeling well, he's like, I gotta do my...
I still did them.
And he did it. Yep. And I was like, that just proves how strong you are when you don't feel good and you still do your push-ups.
Yep.
So I think next month we're doing, what are we doing?
So next month we're going to carry over the push-up challenge again for another month.
But we're going to do 50 instead of 100. I thought.
Oh, right.
Or are we doing 100?
Right. You're right.
You let me know.
You're right.
I'm there.
So we're going to do 50 push-ups a day, but we're going to add 100 sit-ups a day.
Yeah.
So 100 sit-ups, 50 push-ups, every day.
We
for
don't
the
want to
whole month.
lose what we've gained with the push-ups.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, Ryan does full push-ups. I've been doing like some of them are on my knees and some of them are upright. But
Yeah.
I think yesterday I did 30 upright. Do I say upright? Is that even a thing?
Yeah, like full body push-ups.
Full body
Full body.
is what I'm looking for. So
Yeah.
full body push-ups. So I think also my goal for me for the 50 is to get all 50. Like I'm going to try doing that in January.
Yeah.
Just to do all 50 like upright
Yep.
or full body.
Full body.
I forgot what I was supposed to call it in like 2 seconds. And then, And then we're also going to try to limit our salt intake and eat more whole foods.
Yes. Yep. The doctor told me last year that I need to cut down on my salt intake. And honestly, I haven't really tried to.
Boy, you were
At
just
all.
eating some salty
So,
chips 2 seconds ago.
I know I was.
Those were salty. I had one chip. I'm like, no.
I have gotten a little healthier though over the years, made some changes.
Yes.
Not over the years, over this past year, I should say.
Yes.
I've lost like 15 pounds.
Can you tell? Isn't he looking good, everyone?
Thank you. But
Shh. Okay, go ahead.
so I figured obviously maintain that and then also cut down on the salt intake. Yeah, should be in good shape.
Yep.
So that's my New Year's resolution for the time being.
I think we should also work on really trying to do our Fridays again, which was working great until
Oh yeah, we'll get back to that
other
every
things
Friday.
happen. So we just have to, I think, come up with just a plan. Now I'm like telling you guys these like private little conversations that we have, but some kind of plan where maybe we have like a backup video for the weeks that it kind of snowballs over into. But
we'll figure it out.
That.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get back to the every Friday thing.
People be watching at least for the podcast, and then maybe add in some extra. Like a lot of people have mentioned that they want see more of like the day in the life, or more like videos that include the baby and the dog and things like that, and just our little adventures when we do fun stuff. So throwing those in there, but we'll throw those in there like at different days. Fridays will always be podcasts because honestly that's what we want to do, and that's just like our little thing that we want to do. But I think I want to do like a full year where we like don't miss a Friday, and I think that would be a really good goal. And why don't you mention what you want to do?
What?
Kind of with the YouTube stuff.
Oh. Yeah, on our other channel, you mean?
Huh?
Yeah, on our other channel, we're going to be doing some stuff. So look out for that.
On Thrift Mine.
I'm not going to elaborate yet.
No, but I'm just saying.
We've been filming. I'll say that. We've been doing some filming. And
doing some stuff.
Been doing
Due
some
to
things.
popular demand,
Been
we
doing
do
some things.
hear you guys. We do listen. But again, that will all be, I never lied in the comments when I said that's always going to be on the other channel. That is going to be on the other channel. So
Yes, ma'am.
we're going to keep it very separate. This is going to be podcasty and family stuff, and Thrift Mine will be what that was originally created for, and that's going to be the other stuff that
Correct.
you guys have known us for. I think it's getting hot again. Look, it's getting dark.
It just darked? Okay, maybe we should end
Let's
this
darken.
before it dies again.
I don't know what Meh.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching.
And please, thank you for bearing with us through this holiday kind of time and like this little craziness. And you guys have been so good. We had a lot of people that are actually very supportive of this. I think these half an hour shows are kind of working a little bit better for us for now until we can really get into motion. And I think we're getting into kind of that. I know it seems a little messy to you guys, but it's actually like on our back end, things are smoothing out a bit. So then it will like transcribe to you guys, if that makes sense. And then other than that, what?
Keep dreaming, I guess.
Keep dreaming, you crazy little dreamers. And maybe I'll get that goal of that, 52? Do we have 52 Fridays this year?
Correct.
I got to go ask Alexa. I don't got time. Bye.
Bye.